Okay, so we have this same type of thing here. We have a function that we want to find the x-intercepts for. The problem is this doesn't factor. You can try grouping it, you can try, it's third degree. So really your only luck with factoring right now is to group it. Later in another chapter, I believe, or maybe this chapter, we'll learn how to find those zeros. But right now, we just don't have the tools to do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to a graphing utility. You can purchase a graphing calculator. I don't require it for this class because they cost about $100. And if you're only going to use it for one class, then I feel like that's a lot of money. But there are free apps that they have. You can get them on your phone. You can use free websites. And the one we're going to use is called Desmos, and it's pretty good. There are others out there, I believe, but I'm not as familiar with the other ones. And generally, we're not going to use these. You can't use it on an exam. But we can show you how to use it, in the future. Like if you needed to, really, you had a job where you had to get this graphed accurately, you could use a graphing utility. Okay, so I'm going to stop the video and then I'm going to change my internet. I'm going to go to the internet and just type in Desmos, or you can type in Desmos graphing calculator, and then you're just going to find that graphing calculator. So I'll meet you back. Okay, so when I pull up Desmos, the graphing calculator, this is what it looks like for me. And up here on the left, I have a little box, and I'm going to get my cursor there, and then I'm going to type in that h function. That's what it was called. So I type x. To do the exponent, you're going to use the arrow key above the 6. And Desmos is pretty friendly this way. Whoops, I need to come back down. When you need to come back down, you're just going to use your arrow key to do that. And I believe it was 4. Now notice that the graph keeps changing because it takes it as I'm doing this, okay? X squared, hopefully I'm getting the right one, plus x minus 6. Okay, so it keeps changing as you're typing more in, and there's ways around that, but I didn't set a timer up or anything. And so you can see, oh, there's the graph. That's what it looks like. My scale seems to be in terms of pi, which I'm not really sure why, but over here on the right, there's graph settings, so I can change some things there. Let's see, they're doing it by pi, so maybe I'll change the step to 1. Now I have it at least in terms of 1 and so forth. You can do the same thing on the y-axis. I'll put in a step of 1, and then that makes it just a little more, my grid a little more friendly. There's other things you can do. But what we can do is we can run a trace then, or we can line up our cursor to identify these x-intercepts. And usually if you hover over it, it'll just show it, but I'll click on it. Click on that point. See, and it says the point -3, 0, so I know that's an x-intercept. I can come over here, and that one says -2, 0, and this one says 1, 0. Now, on your paper, I already provided you with this graph. I just wanted you to be able to see how to do it in Desmos if you had an interest, or if you really wanted to know how to do it. Okay. TI has graphing calculators. A lot of students have those. You can use your book to figure out how to graph that way. All right, I'm going to stop this and go back, I think, to our problem. Okay, so you're not going to be able to use Desmos on exams. We're really not interested in that part of it. I just wanted you to be aware it's out there and usable, but what we're really interested in getting is just a rough sketch. We're just learning ideas, algebraic ideas. So if they give you a graph, you could pull off those x-intercepts by seeing them, or if you did it on a graphing utility. And so our answer here is going to be the x-intercepts are -3, 0, -2, 0, and 1, 0. And that's what we said from Desmos anyway, but sometimes they'll give you the graph, and that can be convenient to use.